correct. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Tennessee Titans. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now the first carry for Zach Moss. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He was brought down at the 26.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Play action. It's McDonald. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And all the way down inside the 25 before he gets out of bounds. A big-time play there for the Texans. 52 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Going with Moss on the ground. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
The tackle made by Jay.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
At the 19-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long 54.
From the gun, it's McDonald. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun, McDonald. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
Oh, there's going to be a little bit of regret there because they certainly had the chance to get off the field here, just giving up a field goal attempt. But they couldn't get that stop on 3rd down. Now they have to hunker down because guess what? That drive continues.
They'll look to run with Moss. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Zach Moss hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Texans 7, Titans nothing. Kaimi Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. On on the ground. This is Derrick Henry. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he's got room. Derrick Henry all alone. The 20. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. It's a big run that time by Henry. And even 80 yards.
And goal at the 3-yard line.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep it.
And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
The kick is good.
And he knocks it through.
That ties the game at 7.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Even though they might not find the #1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Johnson the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike.
To throw again. McDonald. He'll look underneath and dump it off to Duke Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
They'll run on first down with Moss. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
The tackle.
Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown.
A gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Mike spot 4. Mike spot 4. You get one.
Here's McDonald off of the play fake. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. Check tight.
They go play action with McDonald. Eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
2nd and 9.
4-yard line.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Now a run with Moss. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Carrier.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Mike 5-4. Watch the run.
They'll run here with Moss. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Partner, when you're not able to run the ball successfully, it really messes everything up for an offense because no longer are you setting the tone and dictating the game. If you do want to throw the ball, play action's kind of gone out the window because they don't respect the run. And last but not least, you don't get to dictate it all when you want to throw the football. And that really hurts you as an offense.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
To A.J. Brown.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
DJ Hall on the tackle. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 39-yard line.
$10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
10. Titans 7.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Derrick Henry. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. Derrick Henry, you may remember last year against Houston in the season finale, 211 yards rushing. One of only 2 200-yard games in the NFL last year. And not only that, but that game won in the rushing title because Nick Chubb was the leader, but he struggled in the final week against the Bengals. And then up from behind came Henry. And he'll get this underneath to Henry. And this won't be enough. A good secured tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46.
It's now
A short gain that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Last year's All-Pro punter Brett Kern comes on for Tennessee as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Hey, watch the slant. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Right there, 54, right there, right there. Hey, watch the leg.
Throwing is McDonald. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. They'll run on 1st down. Moss. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line.
Moss.
Tackled by Christian Fulton.
The tackle made by Christian.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. On 2nd down, it's Moss. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
The tackle made by Jay.
They did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. All day, dog.
From the gun, McDonald. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down.
45-yard line.
Really? Really? Did we just see that? That's a big catch. One-handed, I might add, to pick up a 1st down.
I was going to say on 3rd down for the defense, it's one thing to give up a reception. You just got to shake your head on a one-handed catch to pick up the 1st. So after 2 1st downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll run with Moss. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Off the play fake. McDonald. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Operating from the gun, McDonald flush to his right. He'll try and run it. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the 1st down.
On 1st down, Moss. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
They just keep trying, but so far, we're finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. 2nd and 3 from the 9.
Watch the safety creep. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. Joker.
Here's Moss. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
The ball carrier.
He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Check it, hurry.
And they'll run with a former All-Pro. This is David Johnson. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Texans touchdown. David Johnson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans will add on to their lead. It's good to make it 17-7.
Good. Makes the score Texans 17. Titans 7.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
25-yard line. The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. Tannehill to his top target, Brown, for a Tennessee 1st. They'll run on 1st down. It's Henry, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And this will be a touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands? And off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The 23-yard line.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. Tannehill now to throw. And it's complete. Henry. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And attempted a deep ball there, and they didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To the air again, Tannehill. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 45-yard line.
First down, Tennessee.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
For Houston.
The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Second half begins with a run by Henry. He'll have a first down past the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Henry. And maybe a measure measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
On 2nd and 12, Tannehill over the middle, and it's incomplete. The intended receiver there was Jonnu Smith, and now it's 3rd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
And the Titans, 1st down.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 47. On 1st down, Henry. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
From the 41, Tannehill goes underneath for Henry. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Tennessee.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Throwing on 1st down. McDonald, he's letting it fly for Cooks. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. They've got a pretty comfortable lead right now, but maybe a little too careless with the football that time for the rookie.
I think the key word there is comfortable, and there's 2 schools of thought on it. With that type of a lead, maybe you can take a few more chances because you have a cushion. Others will tell you, don't eat up the cushion with careless play. He'll learn to ride that line as he moves on in his career.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Texans' 41-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Tannehill. They set up the screen for Henry. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
Now a 1st down throw, Tannehill. His pass caught at the 4. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans.
Touchdown, Tennessee.
Jonnu Smith with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit.
Is good.
And he's got it up and through.
Makes the score Texans 24, Titans 14.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. On first down, they'll start out with Moss. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He was brought down at the...
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Off play action. McDonald. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Harold Landry able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Here's Jackson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. This is Henry. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. They get just a yard back there, and now they'll be looking at a tough 3rd and 15.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Third and long, it's Tannehill. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. J.J. Watt in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Here's Brett Kern now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. On the return comes Cobb. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
At their own 30-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
right back to Moss. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 16 yards, a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On 1st and 10, McDonald, he's letting it. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 33 yards that time.
That's the end of the third quarter with the score Texans 24, Titans 14.
Switch up, switch up. Check three, check three, check three. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Now a give running left with Moss. And he'll get this one down to about the 17.
The ball carrier.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Well, no doubt here in the fourth quarter, this is a huge defensive series.
Hey, they can read the scoreboard. They realize if they give up a field goal here, this game might be out of reach. They understand the stakes and are playing accordingly.
Check 24, check 24. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
I got you. Mike's 40. Mike's 40. They can't hang with us.
To throw on 2nd down, McDonald. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, McDonald. He finds his target, Fuller. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
5-yard line.
They'll come out in the pistol. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll run here with Moss. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Zach Moss, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans push further out in front. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range, and guess what? They've got a shot.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time. And now it's 2nd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
He's going deep for Brown. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A gain of 32 that time.
It's a game.
Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Incomplete.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Kill, he's crossing. He's checking crossing.
Throwing again is Tannehill. Over the middle to Smith.
Tannehill's pass.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
7-yard gain.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
He dumps it off for Henry. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Give them 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down.
16 yards.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
That is caught inside the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
Taken down.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Tannehill, that'll be caught by Brown. Touchdown, Tennessee.
To A.J. Brown.
A.J. Brown, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Makes the score Texans 31, Titans 21.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. They'll start on the ground with Moss. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Check 50, check 50. Switch. Tighten up. Check 37, check 37.
They'll go again here with Moss. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Long carrier.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
4 brings up 3rd and 3.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for this with Moss. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up second down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain of 13, it's a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. Wide open receiver complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 12 more yards there and another first down.
And the Titans first down.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Now Tannehill. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Moss. Now Moss hit, and the football pops free. It's picked up by the Titans. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone. So we've got a challenge. Our referee's going to take another look on the tablet. He's going to be watching to see if the knee was down prior to the ball coming out.
Oh, I love what you just said there. You nailed it, because if the ball's shifting or moving before the knee or any other part of the body hits the ground, then that'll be considered a fumble.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And still a little bit of time left, but the defense can't stop the clock, so 3 kneel downs should be enough to finish this one off. They begin the drive with Johnson. And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to about the 19. Give him 3 yards there, as that'll take us to 4th down.
A gain of 3. It's 4th down.
Here's Brian Anger now, as he's on to punt for Houston. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And it'll be Titan football
at their own 46-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Off play action, Tannehill. His throw incomplete.
Tannehill's pass.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Same result as last play, 14 yards and another 1st down. Play action, it's Tannehill. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down.
Let's hear it, Texans fans, because it's 3rd down.
And everybody thinking about the possible field goal on 4th. It would be 58 yards from here. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he'll be taken down well before the 1st at about the 36-yard line. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Houston, a final win here means they'll finish at 14-2. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for the Titans, despite the loss here, was a splendid regular season as they'll finish at 12-4. And they'll get their shot at playoff football as they'll be on the road next week as a wild card. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.